bucket list. I have dreamt about standing on a stage and speaking at TEDx. And tonight, that dream has become reality. So thank you, Julia, for introducing me to Charles. In the short time that we have together, I'd like you to know something, to feel something, and to do something. I'd like you to know a little bit about me and what on earth am I carrying this globe for. I'd like you to feel relaxed, have fun, be inspired. And I'd like you to do something. And the do something, while it's fresh in my mind, I'll tell you right now what I'd like you to do. If you haven't already got a globe, I would like you to go out and buy one. I'd like you to stand strong like a mountain and go and climb one. I'd like you to go to a country that you've never ever been to before and do something you've never ever done. I'd like you to wake up every morning, look up and say, yes! And every evening before you sleep, I'd like you to put your hands together and say, thank you. I'd like you to open your arms to new possibilities and take one step every day towards your goal, towards your dreams, towards your fears. That's not too much to ask, is it? On the 7th of April, 1962, these two gorgeous people on the screen behind me gave me the greatest gift they could ever give. They're my parents, Reg and Dorothy Vickers, back in Yorkshire, and they gave me the gift of life. They gave me many gifts throughout my lifetime and taught me many lessons. And what I'm holding in my hand right now, I believe, is one of the other greatest gifts that any parents could give to their child. They gave me the gift of the globe. And they gave me this gift on my 7th birthday. So just imagine me now as a 7-year-old girl, very, very excited, it's my birthday, rushing down the stairs, seeing a large gift box, wrapping it, unwrapping it, pulling out all the stuffing, and pulling out a globe. I was so excited. Let's play explorers, I said to Dad. And so we'd sit on the sofa together, and we'd spin the globe, and I'd close my eyes and put the finger on and stop it. And then we'd have wild father-daughter conversations about that country. What did they eat there? What kind of animals are there? Are there mountains? Are there forests? Are there jungles? It's much more exciting than my geography class at school. And the days that we played Explorer, that night I would have wild dreams. I was climbing mountains. I was running through the forest. I was wading through rivers. I was Indiana Jules. The very next day at school, I would tell all my friends, last night I went to Africa. Do you want to come with me? We can go there at playtime. And in the schoolyard at playtime, we'd pretend to be explorers hunting for animals in Africa. I loved sports at school. I loved running, kicking, catching, throwing balls. I was just a ball of energy. My dad used to say, I'll give you £5 if you can sit still. Occasionally I did because I wanted the £5. So it made sense that I would study sports science at Sheffield Hallam University and spent 18 years in the health and fitness industry, getting people to take charge of their health, get into action, be super fit physically, and the power of the mind. If you think you can, you can, and if you think you can't, you can't. I loved what I was doing. I was absolutely in my element. And then something happened. We're winding back, or putting the tape forward now, to when I was 39. And you're all kind of guessing, well, how old is she now? When I was 39, I was brushing my teeth and looking at myself in the mirror and thinking, what happened to that little girl? The explorer that was going to go and climb mountains and run through forests and hunt and fish and go out there and be Indiana Jules. What happened to her? And so I decided that morning it was time for a career change. And I joined Voyagers Extreme, an adventure travel company, as a business development manager. And it was during that time with Voyagers Extreme that I had the opportunity to go to Malaysia. How many people have been to Malaysia in the room? Can I have a show of hands? Absolutely fantastic. I was along with 12 other people, and we had a fantastic guide. And on that trip to Malaysia, I saw a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous mountain. Kota Kinabalu. I asked the guide, how fit do you have to be to climb that mountain? How long does it take? What's the best time of the year to come? Oh, you have to be fairly fit, yeah. You can get up in 3 days. It's 4,095 meters. And spring's a pretty good time to come. Boom! I just discovered what I was going to do for my 40th birthday. I am going to go and climb that mountain. And everybody else in the group said, what do you want to do that for? I said, because it's got my name on it. It's calling me, Julie, 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 come to me. So I went back to Dubai, and I told all my friends, for my 40th birthday, I am going to stand on top of Kota Kinabalu. And I said, how are you going to do that? And I told them, one step at a time, because that's how you climb a mountain. That's how you start business. That's how you live your life. You take it one step at a time. And so I said to my friends, who wants to come with me? And 4 people said they would come with me. The rest said, we'll organize the party for when you come back, because we'd actually organized a really big party for you on the 7th of April, but now you're telling us you're going to go and climb a mountain. So we trained hard, we worked out in the gym, we had backpacks on, pretending we're up the mountain, visualizing, seeing ourselves on top of that mountain. And on the 7th of April, 2002, World Health Day, my birthday, I was standing on top of my first mountain, just as I'd done when I was that little girl at 7 years old, taking in all the fresh air, looking out to a whole wide world in front of me. And people were singing happy birthday. What a really cool place to be having happy birthday sung to you at the summit of Kota Kinabalu. We were 5 women. It took us 3 days, and we were at 4,095 meters. We came back from the trip, and we told everybody, we've just been to the top of this mountain. Now it's time to party. So we had a party, and at that party, there was a journalist there that said, aren't you that Yorkshire lass that went to climb a mountain for her 40th birthday? I said, yes, I am. She said, can we run a story on you? Because, you know, what happens to a woman when she's 40? Does something go a little bit, you know? So I said, sure. So they ran a story, several stories. And as a result of those stories, I had phone calls. I'm 40 next year. I want to climb a mountain. Where are you going? Can I come with you? What's next? Everest Base Camp was next. 18 women, 18 days, 18,000, over 18,000 feet, 530 meters to Everest Base Camp. I found 17 people that wanted to come with me this time. We were raising funds for breast cancer. It's something I'm very passionate about. So we all had pink bandanas, pink t-shirts, singing, "The only way is up, baby," all the way to Everest Base Camp. How many people in the room have been to Nepal? You've got to go to Nepal. It's the home of the Himalayas. Transformational journeys. You must go to Nepal at least once in your lifetime. Everybody that came on that trip made some pretty big changes when they came back from those 15 days up in the mountains, including myself. I came back from that trip. I phoned my dad and I said, "You remember that game that we used to play with the globe," which is still in my bedroom, by the way? Well, it's about time I did something about it. I'm going to start that business called Mountain High because I was on a mountain. I was on a natural high. Mountain High, it's an obvious name for a company, right? And I'm going to take teams of women and men all around the globe to experience nature, because I believe the stress in our life is because of our separation from nature. We were not meant to live in air-conditioned boxes, to go from home to school, to the shopping mall, to the car. We were meant to run free. We were born to explore. So I started Mountain High, and that was back in 2003. And I'm very lucky because I've now led 50 expeditions to over 20 countries, including the Arctic and Antarctica. Living what I call the power of three. Free your mind, energize your body, nurture your spirit of adventure. Climbing a mountain is just like starting a business, leading a life. You take one step at a time. Sometimes you have to rest. You don't quit, but you have to rest. Sometimes you have to change your route. Sometimes you need some rope. Sometimes you don't get all the way to the top because Mother Nature has another lesson for you, something else in mind. But you never quit, and you take it one step at a time and enjoy the journey. The last expedition I ran was to Antarctica, and took a team of 12 amazing women, all breast cancer survivors, the first only team of breast cancer survivors from the United Arab Emirates. And actually, I think there's one in the audience, Tagriz. You're here, yes? Women who are prepared to go to the ends of the earth, to challenge themselves, to step out of their comfort zone, to leave everything that they know behind. Living and working in the UAE, how do you train to go to Antarctica? Ski Dubai. So we trained together. And this is a whole story and a book and a film, and sadly we don't have time, and I know everybody's waiting for the interval. However, that's another story, and I'm hopefully going to be sharing that at some point in the future with you all. But I'd like you to introduce you to my friend Perky. Perky the penguin, yeah? On one of the shore landings during Antarctica, I had my camera and I knelt down. And Perky came running towards me. Fearless, taking one step at a time, his arms stretched out. So everybody, can you please stand up and do as Perky does and join me and stand up. Let's create some energy in the room. You've been sat down for a long time. Oh no, what are we going to have to do now? Remember what I said at the beginning of the talk. I would like you to open your arms to new possibilities without hitting the person next to you. This is where the fun starts. I'd like you to lift up your left leg. Yes? Just like Perky. I'm so happy to see so many Perkies in the audience. Hold it there. It's a little bit uncomfortable, right? But that's good. You know, it's good to be uncomfortable. There's not much comfort in the growth zone, yeah? So this is how you grow and learn, wow, can I balance on my foot? Can I do it on stage here with the singing machine legs? Fantastic, you're all doing really, really, really well. I would like you, while you're holding that position, to remember what I said I would like you to do. If you haven't already got one, please go and buy a globe. Give them as gifts to children and let them play at Explorers. I haven't finished yet. Come on guys. Go somewhere you've never been before. Say yes every morning. Say thank you every evening. Stand up and stand strong like a mountain. Can I have some mountains in the room, please? Stand up, stand strong like a mountain. You're going, come on, stand up, sit down. And who would like the world in their hands? Who would like the world in their hands? What do you have to do when you want something? What do you have to do when you want something? You have to walk towards your goals, to your dreams. Yes, give this lady a round of applause. The world awaits you. Where do you want to go? My name's Julie Lewis. Thank you very, very much.